Yo, what is going on, guys? Bruins Steel here, and welcome back to another Boston Bruins video. So, I just want to apologize to you guys for not doing a lot of Bruins videos this season. I think my first Bruins video that I did was probably at the beginning of this season. Plus, I did a little preview of the playoffs that we were doing with the Toronto Maple Leafs, which so far is they have played 4 games. Just want to get on here and talk about the 4 games, and it's been a crazy ride so far in the first round. Obviously, Boston and Toronto. It's just always a great match to see when it comes to these two teams playing, but some people are going to say it's not even close, and it's not even close. It's like, but before we get into this video, be sure to hit that like, subscribe. Be sure to comment below what your favorite NHL team is. As you can tell, I'm a Boston Bruins fan, just like I am to a Boston Celtics fan. But anyways, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Like, subscribe. It. Go ahead. But talking about this series so far, we have played 4 games so far against the Leafs, and Game 4 ended last night. And let me tell you guys, I said it at the beginning, I said it in my preview video. Well, I wouldn't say a preview video, just a video sharing my thoughts, what's going to go about. But, I have tremendous respect for Toronto. There were so many times I thought they were going to beat my Bruins in 7 games. 2013, 2018, 2019. It all went 7 games. But now the Bruins are leading the series 3-1. We had only one loss in this series, and it came in Game 2. Which, their star player, Austin Matthews, is a hell of a player, is the hero in Game 2, with that game-winning goal by Austin Matthews. But I just want to talk about the Bruins. We've seen this before. Up 3-1 in the series. It didn't really go well as planned last year, knowing that we were the best team in the league, President's Trophy winners, up a 3-1 series lead against Florida, and what you choke that lead and you lose in 7. Now this series, you're up by 3 games, and you need to win 1 game to move on to the next round, and I'm like, oh boy, I don't want to repeat from last season, but, look, like I said before, I have respect for Toronto. I even said that, this game might even go 7 games, because looking at the past couple of, meetings between these two teams, 7 games, 7 games, 7 games, but after seeing Game 5, before we get into, no, excuse me, not Game 5, Game 4, before we're going to get 4, I just kind of want to, recap and look at the previous games. I said before I was going to do a recap once the series is done, but I just want to share my thoughts of how they're doing. So Game 1 in Boston. It was a bloodbath. It was a great win by the Boston Bruins. My Boston Bruins coming through 5-1. It was a slaughterhouse. Like, holy shit, Toronto did not know what they were doing. Do they really know what they're doing with their goaltending situation? This guy is okay, I guess. He's not bad. Simonov, whatever his name is. Yeah. Sandoval, is the goalie for the Leafs. He was, I don't know, we'll say if he's good or not, but talking about Game 1, that the Bruins won 5-1 to go up 1-0 in the series. Obviously, it was a bloodbath. I would say Jake DeBrusk was the hero in this game. Jake DeBrusk had 2 goals. John Beecher, 1 goal. Brendan Carlo, 1 goal. Trent Frederick, 1 goal. It was an amazing game. It was hard hitting. So far in the series, the hits, man, absolutely insane with the stats, with the hits. Like, there was so much hard hits in the series. Not going to talk about Game 1 too much. But Jake DeBrusk was a beast. This team is just amazing on the power play. Yeah, there were a couple times that we struggled on the power play, but oh my God, Toronto struggled so far in this series on the power play. Like holy crap! Like damn, I think they're 1-14 so far in the series. Like holy crap! But in terms of the Bruins, they were just on fire with the power play. I mean, like I said, not every power play will be your best, but I mean the Bruins had some horrible power plays throughout the series. So game one goes to my Bruins. 5-1 was the final score, and like I said, it was a bloodbath. Boston leads the series 1-0. Um, Game two, talking about game two. I said it before, Austin Matthews is their hero, the Leafs' hero, scoring that game winning goal at the end. In terms of the Bruins, it was Morgan Geekie, uh, who's absolutely amazing. I love Morgan Geekie. He's an amazing player. Morgan Geekie gets the goal, and David Pastrnak with an unbelievable goal. I think it was the one assisted by Brad Marchand. By the way, I'm wearing a shirt. There was a beautiful goal. My memory is horrible. It was a beautiful goal passed by Brad Marchand to David Pastrnak in the front of the net, and then he got it. It was an amazing pass by Brad Marchand. David Pastrnak gets the goal, but the Leafs, they answered back. It was Matt Domi and it was John Tavares, who's a unbelievable, you know, player, and it went back and forth. I think we were up like 2-1. Yeah, we were up by 2-1. The Leafs stormed back. Austin Matthews scores. Like I said, that's their best player. Austin Matthews is a hell of a hockey player. With the game winner, sealing this 3-2. And I'm like, holy shit, they actually won a game. If you guys don't know, the Leafs have lost the last, I think it's the last 12 or something. Their last win against us was back in like 2022. So we've been owning Toronto for so many games now, and they finally get their first win. So the Leafs win 3-2, tying the series at 1, and we head back to Toronto for game 3. And this one got a little, like I said, the hard hitting was great. And this game was holy shit. Tyler Boothie with a goal. He's a former Bruins, and Mitch Marner. No, Matthew Kansas with the goal. But talking about the Bruins, great goal by Trent Frederick. Jake DeBrusk once again. Brad Marchand with an unbelievable goal. And then he gets the empty netter. So it was a physical battle in game 3. I actually saw, Toronto might win. But 4-2 was the final in game 3. Bruins go up 2-1 in the series. I apologize not for, talking about the details of each game because I don't really know much. I think game 2 was the one where Brad Marchand gave that nice feed to David Pastrnak in the front shot. But game 3, the Bruins with the 4-2 win, leads the series to 2-1. Game 4, which was last night actually. Look, I said this before. Toronto, they're a great team, but I said this before that Toronto could have beaten us in this series. They could have our game because talking about the Bruins has been the sloppiness these guys were had the sloppiness of these guys building up into the playoffs. And I really thought the Leafs could pull that momentum, but in Game 4, we just see a Leafs team that just gave up. We just seen a Leafs team. I can't explain it. The players were arguing. These guys were just giving up. It's a circus down there that they're running. So looking at games 4 last night, this time I can tell you guys what happened because I watched the game. I was streaming it. I was streaming the last couple games too, but I just don't remember much. First off, it was I think it was Reeves. It was Ryan Reeves that made the turnover for the Leafs, And that's the thing. They make so many turnovers against the Bruins. It was a bad turnover and redemption. James Van Redistrict, JVR, who was a former Leaf, gets the puck, shoots it. Semenov is just, I don't know, nowhere to be found. He's like, Leaf fans describe Semenov just looking like a flying fish or something. And JVR beats Seneval for the goal. Bruins up 1-0. And then it was just out of control there. The Leafs, they just don't know what they're doing. Mitch Marner was the goal. It was toward at the end of the third. But talking about the Bruins, Brad Marchand on the power play, wide open cage. It was Zenimov. It's just nowhere to be found. I feel for the Leaf fans. That goalie it's an absolute mess. A couple Leaf fans that I watched their videos said that it might be Zenimov's last game playing for the Leafs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that just that. But then Brad Marchand on the power play, Zenimov falls down. I think it was Charlie McAvoy was the one that got scuffled with him. No interference was called, but it was just Sandoval was nowhere to be found. He was on the floor, wide open shot. Marchand with the wide open goal, and that marks the most goals for Brad Marchand in the post game. So he has beaten Cam Neely, I think. I don't remember which record he broken. But with that goal, Brad Marchand lifts the Bruins up 2-0. So that was an unbelievable goal. And towards the end of the second period, it was like 57 seconds left. Nice little a little nice breakaway between David Pastrnak and Brad Marchand to score the third goal for the Bruins, ending the second period. And that's just when Toronto's fans just booed their team off the ice, and I'm like, yikes, holy moly. Obviously, it just, I feel for the Leafs, man. It's like there's just like not any adjustments made. I feel for, their organization, and I don't know what their plans is. Like, people are playing. And I think Austin Matthews didn't play in the third. I think Austin Matthews went out with sickness, which is, I understand why Leaf fans are upset because they brought up, Patrice Bergeron. Patrice Bergeron was playing with injuries during the playoffs, and now I think it was like, was it Mitch Marner that was out? No, Austin Matthews didn't play because of sickness or illness, which is, Leaf fans describe as absolute ridiculous. But I feel for the Leafs. They have a circus that's being run down there in Toronto. Obviously I feel for him. Sheldon Keefe. I don't know what he's doing as a head coach. He's just down there. Jim Montgomery is doing a fantastic job. Clearly he's out coaching Sheldon. Whatever. It's but it just surprised me that we're up 3-1 because this Bruins team has been sloppy. Obviously, well, I wouldn't say game 2 was sloppy. This has been a physical battle between these two teams. But I'm talking about regular season, which I know it doesn't really care much. Obviously. But Jake DeBrusk was a beast in the series so far. But here's the thing, though. I want to talk about what to expect in Game 5. Here's my issue right here. We've been here before. We've been here many times against the Leafs. 3-1. It was 2018. I believe 2013 we were up 3-1 on these guys. We choked away 2 games and almost lost in the Game 7. We were down 4-1 in that Game 7 in 2013, and we came back. We got lucky right there. 2018, I believe we were up 3-1 as well when the Leafs stormed back to tie the series, forcing a Game 7, also in Boston. We're up 3-1 now. It's hard to tell if we're going to do the same thing, if we're going to drop the next 3. Well, that would be horrible. absolutely horrible if we drop the next 3 game and choke a 3-1 series lead again. But, Leaf fans isn't really, they're not really confident. And I reminded them, hey, you guys did it again. You guys forced game 7. You guys won game 5, game 6. I mean, it's just as that, they have experience coming down 3-1 against us, and you never go. Game 5, the Leafs might win. Game 6, the Leafs might win, forcing in Game 7. Anything can happen. It happened before, twice. 2013, 2018. Twice it has been done. But Leafs fans are saying, oh, this team has given up. This team has no confidence, and I saw it. Like in Game 4, this Leaf team looks beat. This Leaf team just didn't have it in them. Period 3, they came out flying with that Mitch Marner goal. And I thought, oh, the Bruins are known for choking. They can't choke down as long as we hold on, which what we did, 3-1. But Game 5, Tuesday night at the Garden, I just, I'm just gonna tell you from my perspective of being a Bruins fan, I am so sick of holding a 3-1 series lead and then just seeing the Leafs come back. I mean, they're a great team and all, but it's just been annoying. It's been annoying after game. It's annoying. Tuesday night, at the Garden, Game 5, the Boston Bruins have an opportunity to close this series in 5 games. Knowing that the last 3 series that we had with Toronto have gone to 7 games, this will be probably the first time the Bruins actually won a series against the Toronto Maple Leafs in a game or less. Like that'll be the first time I think. What I know, it might have been they might have won like in 4 games, 5 games, 6 games when I wasn't even born, but 2013, 2018, 2019, they all went 7 games, and now we have opportunity. I mean, we had the opportunities before to close out the series, but we just choked the next 2 games, and then Game 7 we won. It's just like, I don't know if that's going to happen again. So Tuesday night, we have the opportunity to actually close out the Toronto Maple Leafs in 5 games, and that'll be insane if we can do that, knowing that the last 3 meetings was Game 7 were forced. So, get it done, man. It's just goosebumps. I'm gonna probably have a heart attack in Game 5. Game 6, obviously, we could end it there if we lose Game 5. If we lose Game 5, it goes back to Toronto for Game 6. We could end them there, knowing that Toronto's home record in the playoffs is horrible. Absolute horrible record for the Leafs in the playoffs. But you never know. If we choke this lead against the Leafs, we'll be the laughingstock, and Toronto is just going to be celebrating. But now Toronto is the laughingstock right now. Toronto is not looking good. They definitely need to adjust. Like I said before, Leaf fans describe Austin Matthews bullshit for not playing because of sickness. Mitch Marner, people are complaining about him. People are complaining about William Nylander, who just returned from injury, I believe. I don't know if William Nylander out with injury. Leaf fans, if you're watching this video, correct me if I'm wrong. If William Nylander was out for injury, I know that last night was his first game back. Obviously. And people were complaining, how he's making more than David Pastrnak, and William Nylander is not playing shit. But anyways, so far the Bruins are up 3-1 in the series against the Leafs. We've been here before. We just have to see on Tuesday if we can actually close it out like usually, because looking at the last couple playoff series that we had, Toronto went Game 7. We were up 3-1 in 2013. We were up 3-1 in 2018. But we have to see what happens. But anyway, that's my reaction. It was hard hitting. The Bruins got the goals when they needed the most. When they needed it the most. Toronto's struggling on the power play. Keep it that way, and then you win the series. Actually, But anyways, my name is Bruins Steel. That is my Bruins talk. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't done so, and if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe button. My name is Bruins Steel. Hope you guys enjoy. Tuesday night, it's game 5. We'll definitely be streaming the game. So be sure to stream it as well if you're a diehard hockey fan. But anyways, my name is Bruins Steel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Bruins video, hopefully. So probably gonna do a little, maybe a mini recap once the series is done, if we can close it out on Tuesday. I'll do a little quick recap. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, and I see you guys later.